So this is going to be a lengthy explanation for a mod I've been making. Let me just get right to it. Just turn this dude around. Okay, so I basically have made face mask for the player. The way you would make a face mask is you're going to find these in your loot. They're going to be blank masks. You're going to find them in the same loot that you find your basic shotgun messiah type accessories in. Basically, if you raid a sporting goods store, you may find a blank mask, that kind of thing. So what you would do is you take a blank mask, you'd make a recipe, and if you want to make like an American mask, looks like I gotta fix a couple of recipes here. You would use, interesting, white dye, red dye, and blue dye, and then a blank mask. So let's see, I'll go ahead and craft that then. And that makes this blank mask. So the way you use the blank mask is you put it in your tool belt, and you equip it, and then you left click it, and it puts the mask on. So the reason why it leaves the mask in your inventory is because there's no real way to mod UMA slots yet. This will all change in 8.21 when they actually add model and rigged players rather than these UMA players. But for the meantime, this is basically how you have to do it. So just basically pretend this is somewhere in your inventory. Treat it like a mod slot because you can't put it anywhere in here. But it does take up space in your inventory, so to speak. The only reason why you would need it, though, is we're doing a right click to remove it. So left click to apply it, right click to remove it. Now there's going to be an exploit in here where you can basically apply it to yourself and then drop it, and then someone else can pick it up and also apply it. But this is the way it is. Another issue that you're going to have is when you take it and you put it on, and if you go to your F5 and then hit P to go to this view, when you come back, you're going to see the mask right here. This is the actual vanilla bug I've already reported with TFP, where the buff requirements get ignored when you come out of F5 and P. You can actually see this when you look at knuckles in the game. You have a knuckle in your left hand, but if you go to F5 and P and then F5 and P to get back out of it, your left knuckle disappears. This is a vanilla bug that happens to affect this mod. The easy fix is going to be just to go ahead and let me just go ahead and right click it, and that kind of gets rid of it because that removes the buff. So it's basically doing is left clicking applies the buff, right clicking removes the buff, left click applies the buff, right click removes the buff. And anyway, you don't care about that, so let me get back to it. So the other thing you can do with these things is you can turn them into item modifiers, right? So they have one recipe and it turns into an item modifier automatically, no materials needed. So now it's going to be an American mask modification. So what you do is you take the leather hood, you would modify it, you click it in there, you click complete, and now when you wear the hood, ta-da, right? And if you hold on, and if you go and you take the hood off, and this has the same error where you hit F5 and P and you go back into it, you have the mask again. So you get rid of it there is you just go into here and just take it off and you take it back on. And then that removes it from here. 99.99999% of people are not even going to have access or to do this. So you don't to go to F5 and hit P because it takes administrator rights. So it's really not something I'm concerned about. Kind of cool, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the rest of the mask look like. Where's the sun at? 5P, turn around. Let's go ahead and take this hood off. So, okay. So, you have this one, the American mask. You have this one, which is a British mask. You can actually stack these. It's something I need to probably figure out how to fuck with, but I don't really care. Then you have this one. And this one. This one. This one. This one. They're like a little S&M. This one. Looks like a Russian flag. This one. And this one. Now, these are all the different types of masks that can be turned into item modifiers. I also went ahead and added 3 new masks that are just regular masks. You have the pig. You have the reindeer. Let me go ahead and set the time here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And you have the snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? And again, these will stack. I probably need to find a way to make it so that they don't, but that's not really a concern of mine. Somebody will just have to suck it up. So that's pretty much the mod and how it works. Different, like for instance, different masks have different recipes. So when you look at a blank mask, the American mask is, well, that's the wrong one. American mask is red, white, and blue. I went ahead and also allowed the white dye to be shown or accessible from the menu, and I also added it to loot as well. British mask has also red, white, and blue since its colors. Burns are red and black and white. Clown says is the clown. The ghost mask is black and white. To get the leather mask, it has like staples in it. It's basically leather, the scrap iron, and then some red dye. The leather submissive mask is black, red, a little bit of scrap iron and some leather. Russian is red, blue, and white. And the satanic is black, red, and whatever. So I gotta correct the spelling here and see what the hell this is and fix these two. But basically, long story short, that is the mod. And it's definitely viewable from the second player as well, so it's kind of cool.